Okay. Love you too. Sukoi, Sukoi. Bakusan, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás? Doing fine. ¿Cómo te fue en el stream de ayer? Ya me andaba yo quedando dormido. I wasn't able to catch you up. I was already half asleep. Me ibas a preguntar. No, no lo alcancé a ver. Pero ¿sabes qué? Al rato lo checo. Al rato checo la grabación. ¿Ya están quedando grabados o todavía no? Si no, al rato que esté esperando por los chamacos, para la escuela. Lo checo. Uh, ok, ok. Sí, me salió la alerta, pero ayer yo tenía un chorro de migraña y me sentía bien mal. Y hoy me tocaba trabajar a las 6:30 de la mañana. Entonces, ya me andaba yo quedando dormido a la hora que vi la alerta. Y dije, no, pues ya, ni ahorita ya ni me meto. Nada más, luego el teléfono le quedaba 2% de batería. Entonces, nada más vi que se estaba apagando, lo conecté y ya me fui a dormir. Vi la foto en Discord del overlay. Se ve padre. Pero igual, como dice Jorge, al rato le vas a estar metiendo o quitando, viendo a ver qué cosas te quedan mejor. Tiene buen estilo. ¿Qué planes tienes para el stream? Ah, ese naranja estoy bloqueando. Nada más estoy haciendo como bloques porque no estaba yo muy contento con la iluminación. Y lo que vamos a hacer aquí es que... Magia. Es magia, Bakusan. Es magia. Nada más que lo hago en un color medio extraño para poder... Lo hago en un color medio extraño para poder pensar. Y estoy pensando si la luz viene... Una manera muy fácil de hacer esto es si tienes un... Si tienes un objeto, por ejemplo, así, ¿no? Digamos que tienes un cubo pedorro. Let's imagine that you have a cube. So, oh, well, no, something more organic. Think about a pear. Una pera. Digamos que tienes una pera. ¿Ok? Y si en esta pera tienes luz viniendo desde abajo, las partes brillosas de la pera tendrían que estar aquí. Este es marcador. Uh, las partes brillosas de la pera tendrían que estar... ¿Por qué no pinto? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Aquí lo tengo normal, overlay. Ok. Por ejemplo, aquí. Y luego aquí hay una curva en la pera también, ¿no? O sea, a lo mejor un poco acá. Y a lo mejor eso es todo, ¿no? Y estos serían sombras. Obviamente, súper rústico, ¿no? Pero esto sería sombra y esto sería sombra. Porque la luz viene de abajo. Sí. The light comes from below. La luz viene de abajo and produces shadows on the top. If we have our light coming from here, it's similar. This will be a shiny part, like all this. All the first curvature from the no, de la pera, and the shades will be on the bottom. So it's something that I'm playing right now here, just to see where I want to put the light. Quiero ver dónde voy a poner la luz. And for that, To me, it's easier to use a harsh light or a harsh color. That makes a little bit more sense to me. So, entonces, si estás haciendo como el preview de las sombras. Ajá. Porque estaba trabajando en un background antes de que llegaran. Y con ese background, yo ya puedo jugar un poco con cómo sería la luz. Obviamente, ya cuando tienes la composición completa, no funciona igual, ¿verdad? Y luego puedes hacer otros tipos de truquitos para que sea un poco más coherente, pero no al grado de que se pierda. So you can use little tricks, so you can just like kind of blend it. And then I can use play around with it. So if I have to do this and then this. Yeah, but I was just blocking colors just to see how it was going to work in the end. How's it going, Sid? ¿Cómo te va? Yep. Mhm. Thank you. I did a quick background just to have the general lighting. Really, really quick. Um, it was fairly simple. I just added a gradient. Then I just some blocks, and then I use perspective to change it. Um, they just look kind of skew, having that feeling of Batman of the 90s and all that. I just added some lights, also randomly placed. Another gradient to like kind of skew down a little bit, have like different variations in light. And right now we're just playing with a little bit of the shading. I think we're gonna go for a blue that right now looks a little bit weird, but we're gonna fix it. I was explaining Bakusan that when I do the lighting or the shading, I like to do like blocks of harsh color. At least it helps me try to figure out where I want them, and then I just play with the values, how hard they are, or if I need to reshade them. Uh, in the end, I decided to go for a little bit more of a simplified kind of look instead of something very elaborate. Just so it goes a little bit better with the overall aesthetic of the 90s TV series and all that. And that's what we're doing right now. But tell me, how's it going? Sid, how's it going? Jay, Baku. I don't know who else is watching. We have a couple. We have a few people here. Don't be afraid. Long time lurkers. And this is a technique that some people call cell shading, in which you have just flat colors all around, and your shading is done all in one same color. Like it doesn't matter if it's skin or hair, the shading is gonna be the same color. It's different than, let's say, I'll do the shade in blue, and other people or other techniques will grab the base color and then go a few tones down to do the shading on that color. So see how it's a different effect. It's another form of shading. And the other one that you can also use all the time is do various amounts of um, values. The gray ones going to from darker to lighter, all the way to your darkest dark and your brightest white. And that way you also give different volume. But usually for comics, animation, while these classic comics, it was just done in a cell shading. It's cheaper, it's easier, and it looks cohesive because then you have all your elements with the same tones. Good. Good. I work half a shift in the morning. I just finished an hour or so ago, an hour and a half. Um, so I just set up the stream, work a little bit on the piece. Probably, since we're doing this kind of technique, we'll finish it fairly quick today. Unless we get a little bit crazy and start playing with other stuff. Or I'm like, nah, you know what? In the end, I don't like it this way. But I think this serves better the general style and aesthetic. And then it's gonna be the school rush, go pick up the kids, eat something, the rat race. But it's going fine. I'm feeling better today. Yesterday I had a split migraine. Um, I was almost, yeah, it was late in the night, and I was almost like, oh shit, if this keeps going, I won't be able to work in the morning. Because when I have very bad migraines, I get to a point in which I cannot almost talk, and my work requires to do sometimes math. So when I cannot process my own thoughts, it's tricky to work like that. But yeah, I got better. Thanks for asking. I took some pills. I went to sleep as early as I was able. And I woke up just with that. If you have never had a migraine, you may not know it, but sometimes when you wake up, you feel like you haven't slept for a few days, or like if you have a hangover. People have described it like that. So yeah. I have some triggers for the migraine. It's usually stress, lack of food, lack of sleep. Um, or sometimes they just like I'm driving and one of those dudes with super bright lights shines their lights in my eyes, and then like that's it. I get a migraine. Yeah. Many people have different experiences with migraines. People have visual hallucinations, artifacts, speech impairment, nauseous, motion sickness. Um, the only visual hallucination that I get is that parallel lines. When there's something with several parallel lines, let's say blinds, a fence, something like that, I see them shifting one side to the other. It's very disconcerting. Um, but it's not often that I get them that bad. I know people that they see like a half moon of bright light in one of the eyes. Almost it's blinding. They cannot see from one eye. Um, so yeah, I mean it varies from person to person and the intensity of it, and sometimes they can last for 10, 12 hours. So it's not fun. It's not fun. And like I said, it's rare that I get a bad one. Maybe one every 2 months. Uh, but when I get a bad one, it's a bad one. And it runs in the family. My mom has them. My brother has them very terrible. My wife, my kids. So yeah, it's a hereditary thing. More prevalent in women than men. Different factors like certain hormonal imbalances seem to be triggers. The way that the arteries and veins are distributed across the brain, and the dura madre, which is like that layer that it's in between your skull and your brain. They're bad. They're bad. And um, nowadays, people are growing a little bit more aware of them, and people with them, because they're like, oh, you just have a migraine. Take a pill. You have a headache. Take a pill. Everything should be fine. No, man. Like, yeah, doesn't work. Sometimes not even migraine medicines works. I have to for mine. I have to caught myself feeling that I'm gonna have one in order for like to try to get ahead of it and try to take the pills. And I take a version of aspirin that includes a dose of caffeine. Uh, and if I take it in time, like right when I'm feeling that I'm gonna have one, if I'm lucky, it cuts it, and then I just have a headache, a light headache. It could last the whole day, right? But a headache I can handle. But like yesterday, I was just like sitting down, and I went to put the kids to bed around 9 something. I was fine. And in a span of 10 minutes, that was it. Like I was like bad. And after half an hour, I could barely speak. I was like stuttering, and you could say that like I was acting like a drunk, and you start losing your balance and stuff like that. Yep. And historically, treatments for migraine include blood let outs, trepanations, exercise of the demons in the head, and the most accepted term is that migraine comes from the Latin migram, which means split by the middle. Uh, a word that makes sense because migraine is usually unilateral. It's just pain in one part of the head. Um, Prevalence it tends to be the left side, but again, it's different in people. And some it's highly incapacitating. And also migraines are not that easy to diagnose. There's mostly a combination of symptoms in which a doctor will say like, oh yeah, it's migraine, than like a definitive factor like, oh, you have this part in your genes that makes you have migraines. But it is what it is. And my other problem is that I am quite sensitive to some medications, like in stomach wise. So if I take anything that is like strong, my stomach is gonna suffer for a few hours. So it's a balance between, do I take it and see if it works, and then I have a terrible headache and a terrible stomachache if it doesn't work, or do I wait to see if it's like something more mild to save me from the stomach pain? We're going to be a little bit liberal with the places I'm putting the shadows. I'm not following a strict guidelines really. I'm just winging it. Just anything that I feel it would look nice. Not really following where the color should be, where the light should be. Just whatever feels good. In the words of the immortal Bob Ross, everybody needs a friend. This little shadow here looks like it needs a shadow friend. Oh, why the heck? Let's add another one here. Yes, why not? A little shadow decided to make its home here. Look how happy it looks. Yes. Why not? Uh, and then I'm gonna be like, and then you beat the heck out of it. But I cannot shake my pen. It doesn't shake anything out. I was once having a discussion about Bob Ross when I was in art class in college. And people were mentioning as a famous painter, Bob Ross, and obviously he was famous, right? And he was a very prolific painter. The Bob Ross Museum and Institution holds thousands of paintings because for every show, yes, uh, for every show, every episode of the Bob Ross show, he used to do three paintings. He used to do a painting in which he will get the general composition of the painting, which was of high quality. And then, hello, high quality, and you came? You're a very high quality wife. Um, and then he will do one or two versions, one quick version that it will be like the guideline for how was he was gonna do the painting during the show, and then the painting that he would do live or during the recording of the show. So in the end, every painting that you will see in an episode will have two more copies, and all those are not for sale, and they are rotated by the Bob Ross Museum and Institute, which, if I remember correctly, it's in some part of Colorado, but I'm not certain. Love you. I'm sorry. Bye bye. Good luck. Another one? Okay. And the discussion that I was having is that yes, he was a popular painter, but he was not really a good painter, at least in the terms of landscaping. And don't get me wrong, I cannot do what he does. I tried, at least not with paint. Uh, he was a trained artist. Uh, he was really specialized in portraits, but portraits did not sell as well as landscaping. And he decided to start doing landscapes, which gained more popularity. And he developed that technique with broad strokes and thick brushes, almost paint like to paint houses. And it served him well, and he had a very successful career. As far as I know, none mostly his paintings were offered as gifts, um, and still they're not for sale. Sometimes I think they're action, like rarely for charity, but that's as far as I know. Bob Ross made more money out of branding himself, like his painting sets, colors, custom brushes, canvases, and stuff like that, in which he will portray a little kind of avatar or an emote of himself with the afro, which he didn't have naturally, and he didn't like it, as people recount, but it was part of the character. So overall, Bob Ross as a painter was not that great, but he was a great businessman. This time I'm here, not at the end. Yay, Astro! Thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate it. We're gonna skip that color over there because it looks too weird. And maybe the one from the nose too. Maybe just a little hint. Brent, I'm doing fine. Thank you for joining. Too harsh. Too much. It was too much. A little bit less. Obviously, yeah. Excellent. Good luck. Okay. That's really good. But yeah, obviously. Um I'll be doing the run for the kids, but you know that I have to wait like 40 minutes just waiting for them to come out. So I have plenty of time when I'm just waiting there on the car. So we can talk a plenty. Ah, no, sorry, Brent. Amy was here first. Yeah, I have to go to two schools right now because I have two kids on elementary and one in middle school. So one the ones from elementary, they're dismissed around 2:55, but I have to be there between 2:10 2:15, so I don't get to be like really far in the line. And the other one, he's dismissed at 3:20 something. So I have to wait for one to be dismissed and then drive all the way to the middle school and stay in line to wait for the other one to be dismissed and then just wait and wait until everybody clears out the traffic. And we live a mile and a half from the elementary and like 2 miles from the middle school. So it takes time. You think I want to do this shout out and not coming here? Thank you for the shout out, Astro. Astro Amy. I thought maybe I just took you in a minute, damn. Yucky. Thank you, Sid. Enjoy your lurk. I'm a spicy Cuban. In nature. Hello, glitter. Glitter. Doing fine. Not sure about that part, but I mean, from far away, it looks good. The overall color. Maybe I will have to remove a little bit from this. Still multiply. Overlay. Yeah. I think this is too much. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. We're just gonna do it a little bit less. And then we play with the colors. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Glitter. We're still playing around with colors and stuff like that. Um, The initial plan was to do something a little bit more shaded and maybe you want to call it realistic, but it was looking weird compared with the rest of the aesthetic. So we just decided to go in a more cartoony kind of way. So that's why you see blocky colors and not so clean lines and all that. Just just a little bit more on the fun side. Magic. And then we're gonna grab everything from here to here and do a little bit of rotation because it's better. Nicole, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? With that little bit of rotation, and then we're gonna grab our very quickly made background and just, yeah, you know what? Let's scale the character itself. Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, it's fine. Mombo, hello. Steam? What do you mean by Steam? I need a better computer. Okay, it's taking so long just to scale. And I think that's good. I kind of like it. It has that DC animation style 90s Batman, Superman. You know what I mean? What do you think, guys? You like it? You don't? You know, maybe one thing we can do, and this is what I mean when like we start going crazy with stuff. We can duplicate this, and then one more time, and this one we're gonna be let's see the general composition of it. Maybe this one we're gonna turn into no, not this. Something of this sort. And then we have this one. Just a little experiment. See how it looks. Just a 4 maybe. Yeah, darker looks good. And there you go. Now, yeah, it's fine. We're just gonna take this little color here. On this. And since it has been exported to a PNG, now here we can play a little bit more. Just the way it looks. Like for example, we can do a little bit of desaturation or more saturation. Even you can play with some effects. I think, I don't know if this has like posterization, it's called. Whoa! Can barely handle it. Yes. All work and no play. Made Jack a dull boy. My computer dies. It cannot process the filters. It's too extreme for it. But yeah, I mean, this is the result. Not that one. You all know Sexy Betty. I might play a little bit with another software just to post process it. Um, but yeah, we wanted to go for style. Um, like this one. This is the base for the character. It's a Black Canary from DC Comics, and it's something like this, or like this. So we took inspiration from different eras of the character. Some of them she has the leggings, some of them she has the jacket, others she doesn't. Sometimes she has a belt buckle. So we use a mix and match. Thank you, my hair. We use a mix and match of different elements. Had a version with the fishnets. I still, I don't know. I'm still not sure if we want the fishnets. I don't even know where I put them. Okay, there's a version with the fishnets. You can save a version of that one too, just to see how it looks afterwards. And now, since I have a little bit of time left, roughly half an hour, what you guys want me to draw? Draw me something, and I'll try to draw it. Just a quick disclaimer: I really suck drawing animals, so if you're gonna throw me an animal, you're gonna laugh. So, any suggestions for an animal? While you guys decide, just gonna go to my mega server, mega cloud, and upload those two pieces so I can post process them in the in a software that I have in my computer. Black Lady? Black Lady as in the horse? Oh, okay. Black Lady. Oof. That will take time. Maybe we can do that as like as a complete drawing. But you know what? I'm gonna show you something that I have done in the past, Amy. Look. I don't know if you were when we were working when they were doing this redraw of the scene. That's my work. That's one. And I also did another fan art a while back. This is older. Where is it? Where did I put it? Probably not here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Nah, not here either. Yeah, right? Yeah. Thank you. Where is that one? I need to reorganize all this because I have so many drawings, paintings, and stuff like that that I'm starting to lose where I did what and where I put it and where did I save it. Oh, I think here it is. This is another one that I did a while back. Another fan art. Thank you, thank you. You wanna see another fan art? I think back already saw this one. Oh shit. Not this one. Well, yeah, that one, but I did several versions of these ones because I'm always like, no, maybe this color, no, maybe this color, no, maybe this color. So I think this is the one that I like the most. Those are some old works. I also I wanted to maybe we can do something like with very simple lines. Like for example, this one. These are just black and white stuff that I do for Inktober. So maybe we can try to do a quick black lady. I think we have one canvas already open. And with this, like, I don't know if I still have the whole process. Um, no, I don't think I have it. But yeah, so I will do like the lines. Where's my sketch? So I will start with a sketch with a reference. And then so over that sketch, I will do my basic line art. And then I will work with the lines. And then I will block a color. Oh, no, no, no. I mean, we can start it. I don't think I'm gonna finish like an elaborate one. Probably not. Um, and then after I block the color, I do this kind of shading, and then on top of that, I do different colorings until I'm quite happy with it. Or sometimes I'm not. Like with Betty, that I had to do it all over again because Ugly Betty, it was different. Ugly Betty end up way different. Although people like it or say that they like it, I still cannot tolerate that one. But it's there. It's a lot of difference. Look at that one and this one. And basically it's the same pose and the same concept, just work in a different way. With a little bit more of everything. Um but yeah, let's see. Let's see. Black. Uh, 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 uh. you, Mambo. Thank you for those applauses. What is this? Okay, not this one. Let's try to do something. Pencil, mechanical pencil. Mombo, are those like slimes? What I was looking at. Okay. I love it. I love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. They look yummy. I see them and I want to bite on them. Well, it's the embodiment of MBN, discontent, the feelings of rejection and all that. So most villains are villainous for a reason. And I prefer Black Lady over Small Lady or Chibiusa. Where that thing came from? What is that? Okay. I draw a guy. um, this is the daughter of Sailor Moon, and at some point in the story, he turns evil. You should, Mombo. Well, I don't know if you're into anime, but it's a classic. And if you don't want to go back to the old 90s release, I think you can still watch Sailor Moon Crystal on Netflix. Nope, not happy with it. Maybe that part, yes. But yeah, you can still watch it in Netflix, and they just recently released part of the continuation of the story, which is a movie, so you can get in the know. Well, she has a very strong aesthetic, and I like it. The remake doesn't have that many episodes yet. What the hell are you doing, you piece of software? It's going crazy. Me too. Yeah, one of my favorite animes growing up. My cousins were like, "Why do you like girls' animes?" You what, dude? I like anime. But yeah, Sailor Moon. It was one of my favorites, and uh, historically and culturally, Sailor Moon is one of the seminal points in anime. It opened the door for many, many other artists and mangakas and producers, directors that never thought that they could aim like a more serious kind of series or anime geared towards the female population. And Sailor Moon proved them wrong. Proved them that they could be successful, they could be massive, and that's why we are now able to have lots of strong female characters, and it's all thanks to Sailor Moon. I'm sure. Why do you want me? Why do you want me to stop? Woohoo! Not that I want it. I like this line, but I don't want to redo it all over again. And it had like a small mistake here. But anyway, let's not obsess about it, or we're never gonna finish. Come on, little computer, that cool. What kind of earrings is she wearing? Oh, like little dangly thingies. Did you watch it originally in which language, Amy? Did you watch it in Spanish, like in uh, the Mexican dub, which was like the popular in Latin America, or did you watch it in English? The funny whatever it was called. I don't kids. I don't know what the company that used to translate the animes. Well, Rusty's a fan also, right? Like a Sailor Moon fan, like hardcore. As a kid, I saw it in English, but not all the way through. I watched it when YouTube came around in Japanese. Okay, with subs the first time. That it was maybe 11. Okay, so you grew up with some like Hotaru and Michiru are cousins and stuff like that instead of lovers. Was it a shock to you, or you knew it already after a while? Because like the first Mexican translation that it was done in Spanish, um, they always represent them as a couple. They weren't cousins or anything like that. They were lovers from the beginning. That's one, two, three. Oh, Rusty has never seen the whole show. Wow, get out of here. Yeah, yeah. Like in Mexico, they were always a couple. They're always a couple. Like from the get go, you know they're a couple. Um, they also had all the starlights like to two different set of people, right? Like one was were the artist and the other one with the sailor stars when they're actually male and female at the same time. And that's what I mean. Like it was very progressive for its time, and still for the Japanese culture that doesn't accept the LGBT community in as a whole, having that kind of like gall, and then maybe they thought from the beginning that they had nothing to lose. Like, you know what? We have a chance here. Let's make it count. And then they just went bananas with it. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. I was very loose with my lines there. I'm pretty sure they're open somewhere. It's okay. We almost finished it, Amy. We almost finished it. Ah, the moon was the other way around. Super quick. As quick as I could. Very quick drawing. I hope you like it. Super simple. Super, super simple. And that is done. Ah. And I gotta run for my kids. Let me see if we can do a raid. I don't know who's live. Anyone know who's live right now? I don't know who's live. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? So we can do a raid. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey. Nah. Not worth it. But thank you very much. You don't have to do that. Macy's live. No one else is live, right? But Macy from the Rusty fam. Hillbilly Beast. Oh well. Lucy Cat Games. I think she's not yet in Rusty's fam. But she's a good streamer, so show him some support. Yeah, we're gonna do Lucy. Ah, come on, work. Why you didn't work? This thing is always messing with me. Wait. There you go. Let's try to do the raid. Okay. We did the raid yesterday for Macy or Mace, I don't know. We're gonna try to do a raid. There you go. So Lucy's great. I think we should invite her to Rusty's fam. She's also a Mexican streamer. Right now, I don't know what he's playing, but she's great. So stick around. Astro Amy, thanks again for those BDs. Really appreciate it. Hopefully the ride works. Let's go. Thank you. Bye-bye.